this isn't something we want. It's all lies. We don't want you to be buying this silver. To me, I don't know what the truth is and what is you can't
We're
tell what
watching
is
Meet
true and what
Kevin.
is just
You
made
gotta
up
watch
these
Meet
days. And
Kevin
so
every day.
I
Okay.
I don't know. For me, I'm not playing silver at all. I'm holding on to my GameStop just kind of as that what if scenario. But I think of silver kind of as like trading crypto
Oh,
right
this
now,
is
where if you
nice.
think about um, gold is almost the Bitcoin, and silver is the Ethereum. It's the other less valuable, but I have a percentage of my portfolio in Bitcoin, and I'm in it because that is the brand's name that you know when one crypto succeeds, I think Bitcoin, whatever it is that succeeds, Bitcoin will benefit from it, right? And Bitcoin
That's
is
the
kind
one.
of the
What's your
grandfather.
percentage there? Like, what do you recommend to people who are like, I don't know, Bitcoin is. I've only recently warmed up to it, and the more I learn about it, the more bullish I get. I think we'll see that sort of transition over time. The more people, because now people hear blockchain is shut down. I think in 10 years that'll be totally different. But what's your take in percentage?
I was completely the shut down kind of. It's not real. It's fictitious money. I bought some YOLO, shares, and then I got kind of carried away and started trying to diversify my portfolio among all various coins. But now I've consolidated down to just Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I'm at about 60% Bitcoin in that portfolio split. But then, as far as like an overall percentage, I'd say I'm about 3% in crypto.
Yeah.
And just to give you kind of perspective on my concentration of holdings, I'm 30% Amazon and 20% Tesla.
And Chris doesn't do Tesla.
Chris does do Tesla. Chris was a little late to the game, but he is in Tesla. It's Jordan who was originally our big Tesla fanboy, and he was like, Elon just tweeted that it's too high, and so I'm selling. And that was right around the time that I was like, well, I need in. And so I've done well, and he got hit. So yeah.
That particular, when that tweet came out, I was in a course member live stream. It was like 9:30 in the morning, and we're looking at it like, I've seen the comments and like Tesla's dropping, and we're like, what happened? We Google why is Tesla falling or whatever, and we see the Elon tweets, and it's going from like 760 pre-split to 720, and like 7-8% or whatever, and I'm like, that's it. I'm buying, and I think I bought like 50 grand or whatever.
Yep.
Then it goes straight down to like 680, and I added a little bit more. But like I remember that moment, thinking like, "Thank you, Elon. Made it cheaper for me."
And I absolutely love that you have the kind of consistency and persistence to buy on those red days. That is like so hard to do. Just mentally seeing it just dropped. I don't want to buy more. Like. Even this morning when GameStop is dropping, my initial trigger reaction is it's down 20%. I'm crazy for being in this. I should sell it. But then I'm just like, you know what? Diamond hands. I'm just going to my whole thesis on this is it's triple or nothing. And if I can't triple my money in GameStop, I'm planning to lose it. Right?
I love it. Yeah, don't leave yet until you win it. I get that psychology, and I think that's a problem we all have. And it's one of the reasons I feel like if you're going diamond hands on a stock, you got to have your own thesis. I think there are a lot of investors who will pick up on somebody else's thesis, but then as soon as the stock goes down, it's like, man, why is this going down? And if it hurts, your thesis probably isn't strong enough. I don't know. What's your take on that?
Well, we don't ever like share like what we think people should do, or we don't advise people to buy things. We just like to have the conversation. Like we like to share amongst ourselves, and whoever happens to be watching on YouTube, this is the way we're thinking about stocks. This is the way we're thinking about this whole Wall Street Bets phenomenon right now. But I wouldn't want to be in a position of being a financial advisor. That sounds like the worst job ever. And if you are, and if you wonder why financial advisors have the most generic advice ever, is because they don't want the risk of you getting into something super risky. No financial advisor is ever going to tell you, yeah, now's a great time to get into GameStop. You're never going to call up your broker, and that's what they advise you to do. But, it is a momentum play. Lots of small investors have made a lot of money on it. And so, it's just something you have to be aware of. And it's very rare that you have the kind of moves in the stock market that we've seen in the past week, in the past month, in the past year. If you think back to when the market was just collapsing a year ago, that was a huge opportunity. And if you have a prepared mind, you can, and just kind of don't even know specifically what you're going to do, but you just have some kind of go-to plays, it's a way to make a lot of money, and in a way for small investors who are more nimble and can put their own money at risk without having to have a board of directors approve it, the way big banks and mutual funds and that sort of thing have to manage their money. You can take calculated risks, know your risks, and do well. Playing the odds.
Totally. What do you think about the potential? This is something I was talking about a little bit earlier, but I want to bring it up to you. Is I'm concerned that what if we hit peak media, right? The media. The more media we get, the more attention we get to Wall Street Bets. The more we get people interested in the AMC and the Diamond Hands on GME. We get the billboards in New York and that. But so far, certain peaks of search trends that we've had for GME stock and AMC stock was the 28th, which is when the Robinhood debacle was. You get representatives coming out, Chamath coming out.
Lost control of their exploding population of people on the site, and trying to control the narrative, even with this silver thing that was,
right.
That's a thesis of buy silver that then turned into a deleted and no comments to now this is something that might actually be benefiting the hedge funds that we hate. And so it goes against the Wall Street Bets way of thinking. I think that as things kind of move and you start to see this divergence of individual investors not all piling into one stock, but diversifying out to Amazon or to AMC and to Koss and to some of these others, there's not, the mind of the crowd is very powerful. But then as soon as the crowd starts to meander, you're absolutely right. And when there's no longer not the others, it's because every single news article, every single TV hit, every single thing you hear includes GameStop. And so for the uninitiated investors or the investors who are opening an account, you saw Robinhood opened, even during the height of the debacle, they opened more accounts than any of the other online brokers, something like 600,000 accounts. And they're the most